So the future exists inside of us. Yes, all of our imaginations about the future, everything is only inside of us. No point in running anywhere. So what is this entire universe around us for? The entire universe is because there is a relation between the still, vegetative, animate, and speaking, where the entire mass of the still has to equal one cell of the vegetative. And therefore, everything that you see in the universe, it's infinite. Well, it does have an end, but all in all the still matter that developed in the universe equals one unit of the vegetative force. The vegetative force, because it possesses the vital force, the force of a new creation, that it has in its own inner force of development, and therefore it's much more essential than the still. And therefore the still force which has developed on Earth will beget, let's call it, one cell, one essence of the animate. And all the animate will beget out of it a single essence, a single unit of the speaking level. And therefore we, mankind, will have to connect, as the wisdom of Kabbalah says. We'll have to concentrate ourselves, connect ourselves in order to beget in a special way out of everyone, including everyone, the concept of the One, which will be our next degree. And there, all of us will be concentrated on that one level. And it says about it as one man in one heart, connected this way. And then we will attain the next level of our development. So what happens is that we always develop in a pyramid. We have an infinite amount of tons of the still concentrated on Earth, and then on Earth, all the still turns into one vegetative. All of the vegetative develops and reaches one animate, and all of the animate which develops comes to be a man. And man has to now connect all these things inside of him and to reach unity. And when we reach unity between us, we discover the form of the One on a higher degree than ours. What is that form? It's our future form? Yes. What is it? It says about it in the wisdom of Kabbalah to be as one man and one heart, where, as a result of our connection, we discover inside ourselves a new essence, which is what? It's a new essence. We can't explain about it because we have not yet reached a state. Kabbalists, they do reveal it, also not fully, but partially, because they unite between them in tens, in hundreds, in thousands, like we explain it to people, and also we behave accordingly in our studies of the wisdom of Kabbalah. And then we form such a state inside us where we start feeling, what is it like to connect to the degree of the One, which turns into a new essence on a higher degree, on a new level. This new level that you call One, it's a level that is more developed than we are, humans, qualitatively. Yes, what's more qualitative about it? On that degree, we discover what is the force which has developed us, because we're actually starting to control that force. It becomes ours. And by that, we enter the internality of the entire nature of our universe, the still, vegetative, animate, speaking. We don't have to fly to different stars. This world, all of us, it becomes our internality, that what we see outside of us, infinite number of galaxies and stars and planets and so on and so forth, we see that it is all inside of us, and we reach a higher degree of existence where everything which existed on the previous level that we're discovering today, that it all already exists in us, and we reach a higher degree called godliness, nature, which in Gematria equals God. This is how the wisdom of Kabbalah relates to our entire universe and to the force operating in our universe, and of course it has nothing to do with religion, but it's science. A person knows how to do things that an animal doesn't. Yes, also to create many things. This more advanced form, which you call one, what does it know to do that I don't know how to do as a person? To be above all matter, all of the matter, the still, vegetative, animate, and speaking, to be above time, space, and motion, above all of the limitations which we have, that we have as a result of existing in matter, to transcend the animate level that I'm on, and also the speaking level, in which I exist both in desire and also in thought. Are there any other limitations? You said there are no limitations of time, space. We get rid of all of these axes, the three axes through which we perceive reality, and all of the limitations of time, space, and motion. We come out of all of that. Are there any other limitations? No, no limitations. Compared to our existence, there are no limitations. We rise to the next degree, and there are no limitations. And the inner feeling is what? It's as if we were not living in the animate level that includes both the vegetative and also the still degrees in it. If we were not in that, but only on the human level, that the human level is our thought and desire, then we would have been much freer. The degree that we exist on is a transition between the still vegetative and animate, that we also actually belong to the animate level. It's not that we're made out of a special substance or something, but we only have the preparation to rise above it, above the degrees of the still vegetative and animate, and to reach the speaking level, the degree of Adam in Hebrew, meaning both human being and also to be similar to a higher nature. The next degree, which is hidden from us, we don't know what it is, it's a completely different dimension. Previously, you said that our future development won't be in the direction that suddenly we'll get another tail or another eye or something physical will change, but only inner things, only. So what is that future inner form which we don't possess today? Our future inner form which we do not possess today, I can't explain it to you. It's a desire which is opposite to our desire. It is the will to bestow, to give, to take out of myself, and correspondingly the thought which develops limitlessly, meaning these are completely different dimensions of development in terms of thought and mind, intellect, that it's not like what we have today but only a bit more or much more, but it's on completely different dimensions. You understand? It's impossible to imagine anything from our current perspective. You said that the transition from the still to vegetative, vegetative to animate, animate to the speaking level, it's like the contraction of all the previous degrees, and as a result of that contraction they give birth to one cell of a higher degree. When all the people will condense and unite, we'll give birth to one cell of our future degree. Yes. So there will be details there too. What will they be? It says about it all in the books of Kabbalah. It's impossible in the minutes we have left to explain it. What I'm asking is, in the still, there are many still parts. In the vegetative, many plants. In the animate, many animals. On the human level, many people. On that next level that you call it one, there's many what? What is that object that there is a lot of it that builds the one? The force of bestowal that doesn't exist in our world, which is a new force, which is called the creator or the higher force. And we discover it, and we use it, and it takes us. And what it does to us is like humans came out of monkeys. That force, it turns us from the human beings of this world into eternal, whole, and perfect creatures. And how will that influence the entire universe? By shifting to a new dimension, this universe stops being felt. It doesn't exist. It exists only in us. And then we stop feeling it because we move on to a new perception. So if we cease to feel this universe, what will be our alternative home? It'll be called the spiritual vessel. The soul, which already exists in us, only we have to develop it. Is it possible to say that the future form that we have to come to compared to our form today is a kind of an alien compared to the way we know ourselves now? This, I don't know. It's the definitions. I'll explain. In terms of different, something else, what's different about our future form? That it's unlimited, perfect, and eternal. That's all I can say.